Replacing the motor on your Henry Hoover isn't always as straightforward as it looks, especially if you've never done it before. There's actually two ways how to go about it. The first way is a bit long-winded, awkward, and basically a bit of a faff. The second way takes half the amount of time and with half the amount of problems. Today I'm going to show you both methods so you don't waste your time, so stick around because the second one is much less of a headache. Okay, let's crack on with this. So the first method is actually probably the most instinctive way of doing it if you've never done it before. We're going to start by taking out all 7 screws from underneath Henry's hat. Then we're going to lift off the outer shell and we're going to put the cable rewind to one side. Then we're going to take off this internal cover and then you will see the motor. So all's going well so far, nice and easy. We undo the old motor and we put the new motor in, making sure you've bought the correct motor for your model. If you need help buying them, please see the links in the description. We're connecting up this motor with the 2 white wires. It doesn't matter which way round they go, and then you put your cover back on and you've got a kind of massive gap. So you twist around with your motor a little bit and try and make things better, put your cover back on and you've still got a bit of a gap. By this point you've probably trapped some wires inside too. Eventually you realise you need to turn it over and just line up the motor with any indents in the casing. Once you've done that, you need to put the base on and we need to do up the 3 screws that are on the inside. That's going to secure this cover that's over the top of your motor so the motor's not moving. We then put the whole thing the right way round. We can put the cable back in and then the casing back on. You'll realise there's a little entry part for your cable that needs to be sat inside this square box here. Get it one way round and there's a gap, get it the other way round and it fits perfectly. Once you've done that, you need to hold on to the casing and turn it all the way round and then do up the 4 outer screws and then your repair should be complete. Not too bad, but if you're a beginner, that can be a bit annoying and there's bound to be obstacles along the way. So let's move on to the easier way. We're back at the beginning where we've undone all 7 screws from underneath Henry's hat. We're not going to turn him at all. We're going to take off the base where it is. Once you've took off the base, you'll see where the motor is. We need to take this ring off and then remove your old motor. Unplug the connectors and grab your new motor. Plug the connectors back in any order and then put the motor in as it is, turning it and twisting it slightly till you find the sweet spot where everything's lined up. Now we just need to put the rubber ring back on and put the base back on and do up all 7 screws. Turn the whole thing over and there you go, the repair is complete. If you've been using the first way, then let me know how you got on in the comments. What problems did you face and how did you go about rectifying them? It'll help others that are reading the comments too. I hope you found this video helpful. Please subscribe to my channel for more Henry help videos. This next one is if your Henry is dead, you might actually just be able to fix him using a knife.